Hey guys, I'm Tony with Real Life Trading. In this video, I'm going to show you what I do when the markets are closed to give me an edge and to help me find those next big movers in the markets. So let's dive into these charts. One of the first tickers on my list right now is Coin. Now, I love the fact that we have a strong breakout out of a previous S-curve area. So if we just kind of dive back in and look at the sentiment behind these candles, the bears were really rolling through and bouncing back up. Now, the bears should have pushed us down right here. Instead, they got squeezed out. Big volume came in. A lot of bears were exiting. So that then opens the door to see if the bulls are going to come in on a dip, which they did. Whenever we make it back to this previous level, right? This was the spot where the bears pushed us lower. What we do at this level again is so important. Well, the bulls went right through that level and showed a ton of strength. And so if we zoom in here on a daily time frame, this really is setting the tone for who's in control and shows me that the bulls are gaining strength, not losing strength. So now I'm going to go ahead and put an alert right up around here, around 280 or so. On a pullback, those should be very, very strong. Bulls should be stepping in very hard, and that's going to push us up into the all-time high range. It's possible that coin just runs to an all-time high without any pullback, and if that's the case, fine, that's cool. I'll day trade this bullish if I really want to make money on this momentum, but I'm not going to be doing any trades where I'm holding overnight in this area. I want to wait for pullbacks back into this area here. If I can get that, that's a much easier way to control my risk. So if we put this entry tool here on the charts, you'll see what I'm talking about. My target is going to be an all-time high. Well, if I get in right now, I'm not even getting a 1-to-1 risk reward. I'm getting a 0.63, which means I am risking a lot to make a little. But if I can just let this pull back here, now I am getting a 2-to-1 risk reward, which means I'm risking $1 and I'm going to make $2. That's the risk reward you want to have for your trade setups. And so that's why it's so important to not chase these up here, but to wait. I really, really like this area down and through here on this. The price action looks fantastic. It's telling me these bulls want to come. There's a chance again that it won't pull back. That's okay. I am happy to have this thing leave without me because my risk reward doesn't do me any favors up here. So if this does give me a pullback, I will be very, very interested in going long. Even if this thing drops a little bit lower and we start to take out 240, I'd be looking for some sort of reversal. If we get that price action coming through over the next few weeks, I'm going to buy this because it should really run. If this level breaks at 240, it should be extremely bearish. So that's why I'm kind of thinking it's obvious. Coin loves to trap out everyone and stop them all out before it makes the big move. We had that right here, right? Everyone was building the base, the gap down, stop everybody out, then it takes off. So if it does that again, there's a pretty good chance that this is going to run and go to that all-time highs. I would love for that to happen. We'll see. Plan for it, be the trap instead of getting trapped. The next ticker here that I'm going to look at is AMD. This is at such a crucial level right now for AMD, and it's going to be so important to watch all these different closures here on a weekly chart. Now, 130 is a really big deal because it is a monster resistance level. We are not out of the woods yet, even though we are starting to break outside of this trend line, which I really like because last week we hit that and rejected. So we're getting some strength coming through, but we need a close above 130 to truly confirm it. It's a lot like the coin chart that we just looked at. This type of strong closures opens the doors to buy the dips. Well, over here on AMD, we haven't gotten that strong closure yet. It's a lot of selling. So because we haven't gotten that, that makes this dip not as exciting for me to buy. So I don't really want to play this game down here on buying the dip like I would with coin at the moment. I'd actually want AMD to keep running bullish without me to give me my sentiment and confirmation that these bulls really are in control. And then it'll open the door for buy the dips with higher confidence that we can continue higher instead of just buying the dip and then having the bottom fall out of this, because that's very possible. We are still, like I said, really stuck at this resistance. It is building momentum. It is looking good. It's doing really what we want it to do. It's just a little bit too early to tell. So if you are struggling in your trading, if you're worried about how can I understand when to buy these dips, when not to, how do I read sentiment, check out the links down below. We have free trading courses that we give away to everyone because we want to help you on your trading journey. We don't want you to fall victim to the classic mistakes that everyone makes and just simply lose money. So check out those links down below for free trading courses for all levels, whether you're a beginner, brand new, or whether you've been trading for a while but are struggling to see consistent profits. Those courses are really going to help you out in your trading journey. And we are one of the highest rated stock market companies in the world for a reason. We help people navigate these markets and become consistently profitable. Check out those courses down below. Let's get you thinking in the right way. Let's get you a strong foundation to build off of so you can actually start seeing money coming from trading in the markets. So AMD right now is a wait for me based on this analysis. Let's see how the next week plays out. I do imagine that we will be getting some selling. Bulls should be coming in here, but it's just not a play that I want to take because it's not a high probability play. Let's see if they bounce, close strong, and then that will open the door for me to want to start potentially buying this dip. The last one that we're going to take a look at now is Tesla. So Tesla has made a huge move up. It built a strong base, popped up, and then fell apart. I do not want to see this type of price action here. Instead, we should have easily made a new high. Because we didn't make a new high on Tesla, the bulls did not come back through like they should have, and it really fell apart. Well, now that we're bouncing back up, I feel like momentum is actually shifting to the bear side. And this is, again, another mistake people make in their trading is they think that this is a buy the dip, when in reality, I feel like momentum has shifted. Now, can it reverse? Yes, but I want to stick with where the probability is the highest. And right now, the probability is the bulls did not do their job, and there's a higher chance that we are going to come back down and revisit 280 on Tesla. Will that happen? No idea. But I don't want to go long here because I am going against that higher probability move. The bulls showed me their hand. It's not very strong. So if they do start to break bullish, I'd want to see some strong closures up above 370. Then it's a buy the dip, and I would say probabilities are that the bulls are back in control and we continue higher. Right now is another big question mark, and in fact, I think it's actually leaning a little bit more bearish than anything. So we've definitely got a pennant pattern through here, and we want to pay attention to that pennant pattern because it's building pressure. A big move is about to happen on Tesla, bullish or bearish. If it breaks bullish, I would think that 370 is going to be the target, and that's going to be the next stumbling block for the bulls to get to, but it should get to 370 if it goes bullish. If it breaks bearish, we should be pushing into 270 to 280. So both of those levels are where the big move is most likely going to push Tesla to. So now the question is, when is this move going to happen? Well, if we were to zoom into a smaller time frame, so like a 2-hour time frame, we can easily see the pennant pattern trying to form here now. And so once we get outside of these trend lines, bullish or bearish, it should make a pretty large move. And if we use our price range tool up here and take the top to the bottom of the pennant, that'll give us an expected move. So if this were to break down, the expected move is going to be taking us pretty much into like 295 to 290 range. If we were to break up, and it all depends on where we actually break out of this thing, it's going to take us to about that 348 range to probably 355 range. So that's the expected move of this pennant pattern. It is building some serious pressure. It could go either way. Again, probability that I'm looking at is probably to the downside since the bulls failed to hold the levels that they should have easily held previously. There is a sign of weakness here. This might just be a follow through to push lower, but you never know. If it does go bullish, again, I would want to see some strong closures working its way up through 370 before I start to truly believe that dips are buyable again on Tesla. Walking through charts like this when the markets are closed are so crucial to success in trading because you don't have the emotions flooding. You can simply logically look at a chart for what it is, and that's the key. Take away your bias, take away the news, take away the big hammer that's coming on an hourly time frame right now because the markets are open. Take all of that out, silence everything, and just look at what it's doing. I see this and go, not very good. But does that mean that it can't go higher? No, it's probabilities. I would say there's a 60% chance that it's going to drop and about a 40% chance that it'll go higher. Higher weighted to the bear side right now based on what the bulls have done previously in this area. News can come out, things can change. There are no guarantees. People have that mindset of like, oh, it's going to go bullish. Like, no, it's a probability, a little bit more higher probability that it's going to go bullish, but it might not, right? So that's why every single trade, I control my risk. I never load the boat unless I control my risk, because I don't know what trade is going to work and which one isn't, no matter how good it is. So take away your biases, look at the markets logically, look at what they actually are doing right now, not what you want them to do, not what you think they're going to do. Look at the scenarios of, if it goes bullish, it's going to do this. If it goes bearish, it's going to do this. And then just follow that game plan when the markets start to show you their hand. Planning ahead like this is going to unlock so many more profits in your trades, and it's going to allow you to get into trades before these moves come. Hopefully this video helps you, my friends. Again, check out those links down below for free trading courses. Come join us over at Real Life Trading. Come join our community and trade alongside us. Let us help you to become a consistently profitable trader. Thanks for your time, my friends, and I'll see you next week.